Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with name brand wigs. This is Gabor Enthusiastic in the color brown gray. Enthusiastic is a basic cap wig that is budget friendly. With a discount that I'm going to share with you, you can get this for a bit under $100, close to $90. And that is a good price for a high quality Gabor wig. So if you want to know more about Enthusiastic, stick around. Thank you so much, Name Brand Wigs, for always being a wonderful partner so that both of us can work together to bring more reviews to the wig wearing community. I'm just thrilled to be able to show all my wig sisters different colors and different styles because you never know what someone is looking for. So I like to show everything. If you want to know more, please go to namebrandwigs.com. They also have a great customer service team and they can really help you if you're struggling on the wig wearing journey. There is a link in the description, and if you use the code Denise30, you will save 30%. That's why I said this is under $100 if you use a discount. All right, let's take a look at this one from all sides. You guys, I really do show everything. If Name Brand Wigs asks if I want to review a certain style that they think needs a little love, I'm always up for it. So even styles that may not be the most flattering on me, I still like to show them. So what I want you to do when you watch a reviewer review a wig, I want you to keep in mind that it may look very different on you. So what I do is include all of my measurements in the description box below so that you can compare them to yours. A really good example is how this wig looks on the model in the manufacturer photos. This wig looks quite a bit longer on her than it does on me. And so what that tells me is that her measurements are different than mine. She may have a smaller head. She may have a shorter measurement from here to here. I'm 8 inches. If you're 7 inches, this is going to be a lot longer on you. If you're shorter than I am here, a lot of those really do matter. Your neck length matters. So it's really good to know how your measurements compare to the person showing you the wig so that you can get a sense of what it might look like on you. Now, this, like I said, it's a basic piece. It's more budget friendly. So this cap doesn't have any bells and whistles and no frills. It is a basic cap. One of the things that can be a challenge with a basic cap wig is visible Permatease. This wig has a fair amount of Permatease on top. It's definitely got poofy, pillowy Permatease up here. It gives this a lot of volume and lift. For someone who gets overwhelmed by volume, maybe you've been losing your hair for a long time and you're new to wearing wigs, this might feel very poofy to you because you're not used to it. I know I've got wig sisters out there though. The more volume, the better. The higher the hair, the closer to God, as the saying goes. And so this one's definitely going to give you height. It has a lot of Permatease. With that Permatease, though, like I said, comes some risk that you see visible Permatease. And this is what I mean by that. Right here, do you see those crimpy fibers? That's visible Permatease. Whether or not it's going to be visible on the piece you get will depend on a few things. How it's constructed, you know, there's just a little bit of variation, sometimes a lot of variation between wig to wig. And so you might get one that, you know, maybe is a little bit more lifted here. That's one way to combat Permatease, is to get in there with a comb. Did I bring my brush? I didn't. Get there with a comb or a brush and see what I'm doing? I'm getting in there with my fingers and I'm really getting into that Permatease. What I'm doing is I'm breaking up those fibers. I'm lifting the hair up. If you don't want voluminous hair, so that is not kind of what you want to do, then the other option, accessories. Headbands are a great way not only to tame poof, but to hide visible Permatease. Just stick a headband on and kind of arrange the hair. Not only, look at how much that tamped down that volume. Not only can you tamp down volume, but now nobody's going to see that Permatease because the headband is there. This is the biggest tip I can give you if you've got wigs in your closet and you're not wearing them because they feel like too much hair. Get a couple of headbands and see if that helps. I almost guarantee it will help some. Now, I will link in the description my Amazon store where I have linked lots of different headbands like this. This is my favorite style of headband. It's like it's got cloth wrapped around it, but it works so well with wigs. It doesn't squeeze. It's just kind of the perfect accessory for wigs. I love it. Let's talk about, another factor that might impact visible permatease is color. The lighter colors tend to show the permatease a little bit more than the darker colors, and rooted colors are the best for hiding visible permatease. So just keep that in mind as you're choosing color. So that's the cap, really basic, no frills. It has an open extended nape, no soft material on the ear tabs, and they're open as well with lots of hair sewn in on them to give really good coverage on the sides. And you've got your Velcro adjusters. The rest of it is open wefted. So it's overall, I think it would be a somewhat cool cap. Now, what's going to impact whether or not this is cool is the Permatease. Permatease acts as an insulator on a wig, and that can make it a challenge if you run hot a lot. What's going to be a mitigating factor for that is the fact that this is short. That will help some. Something else I just want to call attention to is the front on mine wants to sort of pop up, and that can be a challenge because there's no lace there. So what I would do is I would just work to train these fibers down a little bit, and just working on them, using your hands. Sometimes the heat of your hands can help, and that will help disguise where that cap is. If you want to wear this as a full bang, you can, but because of the way that they've constructed this, it's got like a slight wave to it, and with the volume, it doesn't necessarily want to lay super flat in the front. Again, a little bit of heat. Now, this is not heat friendly, so you can't take high heat, but you can take a hair dryer on low. You can use a steamer to really try to redirect those fibers. So if you're looking for a bang and yours is like mine and doesn't really want to cooperate perfectly, I would just recommend doing that. I think you can get it to work. And then here are the sides. So you can pull these forward. Look at how cute that is. A little bit of face framing, or you can fully tuck them. This is very tuckable, and get them out of the way, whichever works best for you. Now, Gabor runs really pretty true to average. I would say this is running really true to average. It has tons and tons of stretch. And I have this cinched in a little bit, and I have a 22-inch circumference, and I am getting extra cap up here, and I have very petite over the top of my head. So I would say if you're 22, 22 and a half, and your measurements are even a fair amount bigger than mine over the top of your head, this might fit you. It's definitely got, it's a generous average with a lot of stretch. All right, let's talk about this color. Brown, let me look at it again. Brown, gray. I would call it light brown gray if it were me. But it's definitely on the gray scale. So if you're looking for a wig that it's not white, it's not silver, but it's definitely more of the ashy kind of brunette gray. That's this one right here. Let me get out of it so it doesn't want to focus on my face. So it's definitely got like a silvery gray strands running through. And then it's a really kind of neutral to ashy, light brown. Sometimes light brown wigs could look like dark blonde. This isn't really giving me blonde vibes. It's really giving me just neutral to ashy, light brown vibes. With lots and lots of, it's like it's got a bunch of salt. You know how you get salt and pepper? Well, this is salt and light brown instead of pepper. It's very consistent all throughout, and there's no rooting on this. All right, everybody, let's get outside so that you can see this color outside. Once again, I'm grabbing my remote. That's why I keep looking back. I set it down behind me. Thank you once again, Name Brand Wigs, for sending me this so I could share it with everybody. If you guys have questions about this piece, I'm happy to answer. Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. All right, everyone, here we are outside. I've got bright, direct sunlight on this brown gray color so that you can really see it. see what I mean by salt and light brown. I don't want my phone getting in the way of the sun. If I go too far over, then I shade it. All right, I hope that helps you guys. Let me know if you have questions.